My name's Janessa.
And I'm Haley.
We met in college our freshman year, and we just became best friends and have been together ever since, really.
And we're practically sisters at this point.
We graduated college in 2021, and 2 years prior to that, we visited Florida, and we decided we want to live there. So once we graduated, we moved back home to really hustle and make that happen. It felt like there was roadblock after roadblock that just kept happening to make it very difficult for us to do that. And then when Haley's mom passed away September of 2021, that was probably one of the toughest moments I've ever experienced. And to see someone that you love go through that is really hard.
And people who, that was the hardest time of my life, people who I thought would be there to pick me up weren't there, never checked on me. I mean, Janessa's coming to see me every day, bringing me food when I didn't leave my bed for the entire day, just really being my support. And I think that's something you don't find in a lot of friends, and when you do find a friend like that, it's just something that it's God sent. So at my mom's funeral, that was the first time I feel like I'd really encountered the Holy Spirit, and it was just the testimony that the pastor there, he did not know my mom in any kind of way, and so he spoke to her life like he knew her, and that really just told me, like, in that moment, like, that's nothing but God. And that whole time I had spent the past 10 years just denying God, and I feel like that moment was him coming back into my life and me actually acknowledging it.
During that, my grandmother had been diagnosed with stage 3 lung cancer, and so I was just visiting her a ton, just talking to her as much as I could, and she's truly the most godlike woman I've ever met in my entire life. So she was really the first person to ever pour into me. She was able to speak so much life into me. I was going to church with her, and every single time I went to church, I felt like the message was for me. So I just felt like God was speaking to me in so many ways, and it was just undeniable at that moment. My grandma's pastor all the way in Springfield, Missouri, reached out to her and was like, here are a few churches that the girls should go to in Florida, but there's this church, One Name, that I think they're really gonna like. We came to One Name for the first time, and I mean, that day is the day I decided, my life was gonna change and I was gonna follow Jesus. Just the environment of One Name and how everyone greeted me when I came in, it felt like family, and it felt like no judgment.
It was just like the most accepting I'd ever felt.
My grandma, she had told me literally the night before she passed that it was her dying wish to see us get saved, and she was able to not only see me start going to church and build a relationship with Jesus, but she was able to experience me getting rebaptized and committing my life back to Jesus at One Name Church. When she passed away, for it to be one of the hardest moments of my life, the peace that I had from Jesus, just knowing she was so at peace with her going to heaven and just knowing where she was going to be because of her relationship with God, gave me a peace that I didn't even know was possible.
And now we're here, and it's like, this is what God had set out for us, the blessings that have come from just living here. Just within 2 years of the friends, the family, everybody is really there to love you and support you no matter where you come from. Serving on hospitality was a big thing for me because when I first came and I felt so welcomed, that was something that's unmatched.
Since we started coming to One Name, having this amazing community who's there for us whenever we need it. We've done groups, we've done the Blessed Life workshop, and just having not only the community, but them to push you to build a stronger relationship with Jesus. And then now that we're here, it's so obvious that we came to Florida to find Jesus, and that's why we're here.